Hey guys, for this project, showing you our project, you're gonna need 4 floor jacks. I recommend 4. Can never be too safe. You need this. You can get it from Home Depot for $100. The first one I got it from Amazon. It was $60, and it stopped working like the second day. So I would surely recommend this one from Home Depot. I had it for 2 years now. It works really good. So the tools, you will need a 10mm, 13, 16, 17, 18, T27, T25, and 14mm triple square. 10mm triple square, you might not need. Actually, you do need this, yeah. You need this for the bracket of the mounts. And the ratchets. You will need a 13mm wrench along with the 13mm socket. Small extension, you need this small extension with a small ratchet. So you need this small extension for the oil cooler. And extensions to remove the subframe bolts here. And your torque wrench. So you need a torque wrench, of course. And that's all you need. And of course, some clothes that you're gonna really mess up. And I recommend a lot of gloves. Get a whole bunch of gloves. They're really cheap. You will need these. And that's about it. You could get started. Well, I had to change it up now. Actually, I bolted it on straight to the little chain links. Just like that. So I changed it up. Ugh, man. It's being held right here. So I'm working on there. And this other side. Checking it to be sturdy, but man, this is moving forward. I'm about to recheck that. Too forward, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so okay, this here the bolts that are moving. Here, that's the engine one right there. That's the engine bolt one. These are the two that hold it, and these are the little subframe bolts. I didn't remove them all the way, just this loose. I removed the bolt here also to remove the bracket for this, and the bolt over here as well. So this bolt, so this can move, and the bracket that holds this in place. Which from here you can definitely see them out. This one should be so easy, but not like the engine bay. So I'm just gonna remove right there. Move this out the way. And yeah, and you can see this mount was definitely bad. As you can see right there too. Yep. And the engine one over there. I'll show you the other one. This is the engine one. Same thing on this side. Remove the 2 bolts. And yeah, I'm gonna have to lower a little. I'm gonna have to remove this damn oil cooler. See the oil cooler? It's gonna be in the way. Wow, that mount was bad. You can see it. So the oil cooler is in the way. That's bolts here. And right on the top here. These are gonna be hard to get to, but you can see them. Yep. So I gotta go a little more. And also, I'm gonna loosen these right here. The sway bar bushings too. So could drop a little more, and we'll see. All right. Okay. Now this is the passenger side. Let's see, it's almost out. Loosen these bolts up a little, and you have to remove this bracket here. That's stuck right here. Has to be removed. Start removing this bracket. You're not gonna be able to move these cables out the way, which they need to be removed in order to remove them. Also, these lines and a 10mm loop here. You have to remove right over here. And then you can move these lines out the way. Yeah, and then enough so you can take this out the way. That's the only way you're gonna be able to move this out the way. So now I'll unplug this, and now it's ready to come out. So, but yeah, to remove that bracket for sure. The bolt for it is right. Oh, this is the one I showed you. Yep. So now it's ready to come out. This one's not too hard. Not too hard actually. Just move these cables out the way. And if you want to make it easy, you could also remove the entire cable. That's a bolt right there. Right there, that's a bolt for it. But I think I could remove without the bolt. Without removing the bolts. So it's okay. Alright, here it is now. Okay, so that's the old one, and this is the new one here. That was harder than expected. Remove this thing. That was extremely hard. I have to use a pry bar to pull it down more to remove it from there. This cable was still in the way, but I managed to pull it out, and I pushed that one all the way to the back. So, and then the lines. Oh man. Okay. And the suffering bolts, they're still in there, but very, very, very low. That's the only way. Okay, well, next step, I'm gonna put it in. This is gonna be hard too. Okay, so I got it in. So the way to get it in is you get this thumb up first, and you put the bolts in there to hold it in place, so you can get the bracket in. Because without holding it in place, it's just gonna be wobbling, and it's kind of heavy for you to move it. Put the bracket. So you put both bolts, just hold it in place, and then you have to move the line as high as you can in order to get this bracket in through here. You gotta lay through here. It's not gonna go in no other place, not through here or nowhere. You gotta move this in order to get the bracket in through here. And as you can see, it's basically in. Just gotta push it in, and this side will be done. Okay. So yeah, this looks ugly. So okay, here we'll have to definitely remove the oil cooler. Put two bolts there, and the engine mount is right there. Should definitely come out. Definitely gonna come out with the oil cooler. I had the gasket already, so okay, so now I'm doing these bolts. When the two top already loosened, and just a little tension there. And then you gotta get this one up here, which I already got. I'm using this tool here. Reverse tension there. Another one. A little bit of a trick. You got the bottom one here. And the hardest one to get is gonna be this little guy here. You got it actually go through here. Reverse tension. And it's gonna be right there. See if I got it. Yep. So it's gonna be right there. Right through there. That's the way to get this one. Reverse tension, and it's gonna take some time for sure. The rest are easy. No matter one there. And this will come off in order to remove these bolts. And then once I remove those bolts, I have enough space there to pull this out. Okay, so something else. Once you get this bolt loose, I'm gonna see right through there. See right there. It's hard to turn it with the tool, the ratchet. So you gotta get your hands right through here and right in there. See, I got my hand right there. So you could turn it yourself. See, turn it yourself. Get this bad boy loose. The only way. I mean, you could do it the other way, but it's gonna take 3 years. And see, right through here. Oh, that's messy. Okay, so the hardest one is out. Here we go. Okay, so I got all the bolts out. Make sure you have the drain pan ready in the floor, because if not, you're gonna make a big mess. A lot of oil is gonna leak. A lot of oil. And another thing, this bolt is the only one that's different. It has the spacer, so make sure this one goes in the bottom, right there. Make sure you put that one back. Okay, so now I do have space to move this thing around. And get to these bolts and then move this out the way to remove the mount. No, definitely have some more space. Good. Okay. Okay, so I found another problem here. Yeah, let's in order to remove this, you also have to remove this little clip here. This thing. So without that, it's not gonna pass. When I remove that, should be enough, because I don't want to break it either. So yeah. So you see the space is still really tight, but just enough to get it through. I pushed the bracket all the way to the back. All the way back there, I pushed it. You have enough room to push it, so then you could just slide this out. So I'm gonna remove this. Looks like it has a clip here. And another side, which will be harder. So I'm gonna put the camera down. Okay, here we go. I removed the clip, and they gave me enough room to get it out. Barely enough room. So this is what the old mount looks like, and that's the new mount. It's really cheap. This is, the company is HT. You get an ECS. It's like $80, really cheap. So yeah, there you go. Now let's try to squeeze this guy in there somehow. Actually, let me clean a little, but I'm gonna pressure wash the entire bottom once I'm done. But still, let me clean a little here. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. And then it turns. Some squeeze in there, but yeah, we'll need 2 hands for sure. Okay. It's extremely tight fit, but it will get there. Just need the other hand to pull the pipe a little down. But yeah, that's the way it's gonna go in there. The bracket, make sure the bracket's already in there. Okay. Okay, so now it's in. I was actually putting it in the other way around, which didn't work. You had to put it in through there with this facing this way. That's the only way it's gonna go in. I was putting it the other way around. It was never gonna go in. And once you have it in there, you're just gonna put these bolts right in here. Just hold it in place. Here. And so you can hold it in place while you put in the bracket. Okay, so you're gonna put both of these in there. Hold it in place, and then you can grab the bracket back there and just install it. Okay, so now that the motor mount's installed, I got the bracket in there. It's not aligned yet, but you see all that? You have to torque these down to 60, which I'm gonna do now, and that one 90, and the subframe bolts, these, I believe it's 90. I have to check that, I'm not sure, but these are 60, and then I'm gonna torque it down right now. Okay guys, now for the oil cooler, just make sure you clean this out pretty good. Where it's gonna go. This over here. Make sure it's extremely clean, and you're gonna install brand new OEM gasket. I recommend OEM. They're fairly cheap. Clip it on here. Okay, that will hold it in place to make it easier to install. Okay, just make sure this is clean and get started. So what I did is I mounted the bottom one first to put it in place, and now this top one here, and after that I can do the rest easily. Of course, don't tighten them, just put them in there, and then yep, this will make it easier for you. The bottom one will stay in place, so perfect. And once you get those plugged in back in there, the suffering bolts, you're gonna have to lower the engine so you can align. Let me see if I can get in there. Hold on. Align this engine bolt there. It's just gotta come down a little more, and then you can get in there, and it should be okay. Also, for this engine bolt, it's a 14mm triple square, but I would suggest using the 18mm. On both sides, my triple square kept getting stripped, so I would suggest the 18mm, just the outside diameter, and it works perfect. Came out no problem. And you're gonna be using 18 for these as well, so might as well. The only one you're gonna need the 14mm triple square will be for this bottom suffering bolts, which are 2 of them, so you'll still need it for these. This one and the other one over there. So you will still need both. But for the engine one, just use the 18. Much easier. So once you get it aligned, there it's totally aligned. You gotta get the bolt in there, get the stanchion, the bolt, 18mm stanchion, and just try to get in there by hand first. And tighten as much as you can. See, the thing with the 14mm triple square, when you try to get in there, you actually have to lift higher than this in order for it to turn, so it doesn't turn. That's why it scrapes the bolt. But with the 18, it just fits right in there. It's perfect. So yeah, let's go. Okay, now let me get the machine. Just make sure that's not loose. Make sure there's no leaks. Okay. Okay. Oh man, everything looks good. The mount is in there. Okay.